Dave from the Redneck Garage. Well, today we worked on the frame, and if you watched our last video, you can see that the front turned out really nice. We still got to do the firewall, get it painted, all that. But that gave me a chance to start working back on the frame. So I started to clean it out, spray it out, get all the sediment and stuff that's built up inside there. I even took my cutting torch and made a little bit bigger hole so I could get in there with a magnet and pull out any little pieces of metal and rinse it all out. Here's some video of that. Okay, so I'm under here looking at the frame, and I can see that it's been repaired at some point, right? They've welded a big plate all the way here and right here, which I'm okay with. That may be how I fixed it in the first place. But I'm trying to clean this out, and I can see why. You can see here that this hole is stopped up, which is a drain hole for the frame. So I'm going to try to clean that out and see if we can get this frame where I can wash some of this crap out of it. Okay, so I can see that there's a lot of sediment and stuff inside the frame, so I'm going to open this hole up a little bit with my cutting torch, and we're going to see if we can open it up, and then I'll put a plate back over it, which is cool. But I want to be able to open it up so I can get all that crap out of there with a magnet or whatever, and then we'll go back in and patch it. So I got quite a bit of junk out of the frame. Now, after I did that, I started examining the frame all the way back, and what I did determine is that in the center sections it has been fixed. It's been welded in there, and those welds in that repair looks actually pretty good around underneath the transmission. But when you get around the rear wheels, that's a whole different matter. Right there in the bend, there's a place where evidently Jeep didn't put a drain, and it rusts out there. And once I crawled up underneath and looked at it, this is what I saw. So that's crappy. When I was looking at that video, it reminded me of maybe like looking at the underwater pictures of the Titanic, you know, that rusty kind of thing. Okay, so anyway, I've already ordered replacement pieces from Morris 4x4, and this is what that looks like. Okay, so these are the trailing arm mounts that I ordered from Morris 4x4. They should be here in a few days. The cool thing is you just cut out the bad spots, you put that back up and you weld it in, and that pretty much is an exact fit. You don't have to try to fabricate anything. And they run about $199 a piece. I got a little bit of a discount because I've ordered from worse before. So, but I'm excited to be able to repair that and feel good about the rear end of the truck. So that's going to be what we're working on the frame of the rear of the TJ. We're going to be cutting out those bad spots, putting in all new pieces there, welding that in, and I've got one side piece. I got a little more stuff to do on the driver's side, but I think I can patch that with just a panel. It's not too awful bad, and that's not really a structural piece, the very last end of it, as much as the center piece that holds all your trailing arm and your axle and all that stuff. So anyway, we're going to go with that first. If I have to cut off the other side, I've already got one repair piece. If I have to cut up the other side on the driver's side, so be it, but I'm going to get into that and find out if that one's salvageable or not. So that's going to be the next steps. I'm David from Redneck Garage. Keep turning wrenches.